You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everybody, welcome back, hoodies. Welcome back to the hood table. Come on in, come on in. No, he is not in Chicago. He is in Las Vegas. I know Rick Reed went live earlier and said he was in Cook County, but then somebody in the chat told him it was Vegas. So yeah, he didn't realize that he was still in Las Vegas because Wiley kept on shouting out Cook County this, Cook County that, and talking about the addresses where his family members were. And he's Cicero Street. He was naming like all these locations in Chicago. Cicero is one of those well-known streets in Chicago that most people are familiar with. And, you know, a lot of people thought he was in Chicago, but no, he was still down there in Las Vegas. That's where he is. And he's locked up in Las Vegas. But yeah, so come on in, you guys. Make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed, please and thank you. And feel free to hit the join button if you want to become a member. And always remember, you can also, if the spirit moves you, donate to the platform at $the Hood Table 402. But yes, so let me tell y'all. So I went and looked his information up. And speaking of information, I really hate that when this went down, that it was live, and he was giving out his personal information. It's cash. They want cash. They went down there. It's either cash or 10%. So it's either 20. It's 5,000. Well, I'm gonna get into that, but first of all, I hate that it was live because of the fact he had gave out his social security number, birthday, you know, government name, all kind of stuff like that, his address, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure nobody here in the B sector would try to do anything with his social or anything like that. But this is going to become a trending story. As you all well know, these type of threats, I mean, Walmart, huge store, well-known store, evacuating all the employees, all the, you know, the shoppers, the customers. This is going to be trending news probably by tomorrow morning, if not before then. But I really, that's what I do hate about the you know, yeah, he did, Luminegro. He doxed himself. He literally doxed himself. They asked him for a social security number and he read it out loud on the thing. I wish he would have told the police, please, while you handcuffing me, try to stop the video or something. But yeah, so I haven't seen anything on the news yet. I've been looking all day, Queen of Swords. I've been looking all day. I haven't seen anything on the news. And I even checked the Las Vegas news as well. So I've been checking. Matter of fact, while you mention it, let me check one more again while we're live. And let me just add this person on here real quick. Oh, you want to put a picture up first, Corio, or you just want to come up here like that? I just want to remind you that your picture wasn't up last time. So if you want, I can just add you up here without a picture. That's fine too. But yeah, they had helicopters. We call them here the ghetto bird. The ghetto bird. The ghetto bird. Oh, no, it's cash. It's cash, Toby. I checked. So I'm going to just go ahead and add Corio on here. And then I can check to see if I can find a news clip while she's on here keeping us company. That's you, boo?
Yeah, it's me.
All right, babe. I didn't
I
know if you could hear me, but I was trying to tell you, you still don't have a picture. I didn't
I
know if you
heard
did
you.
or
I
not.
didn't. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna have to work on
It's
that.
okay.
But I'll say hi to people while you're.
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. But
Yeah.
let me tell you, I checked, you guys. I checked. It's cash. They either want 25K cash or you got to go through a bail bondsman and get 10%. So that's the two choices he has.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
yeah,
Miss.
you go ahead and talk to the people. I'm looking up this.
Yeah. Oh, see, Miss Toby is the parole officer. Was a parole officer. So, well, I'll tell her when she comes back, Miss Toby, because you're the professional on that. Hi, Miss Toby. Booski. Hi, Mississippi Magnolia. Trouble Woman. Trouble Woman. Queen of Swords. Mimi. Let's see.
Toby, I hear what you're saying, but it says both.
Maybe she could hit the pay.
It says cash and it says surety. But when I say I checked, I'm telling you it's cash. They want cash.
Okay. Look, you,
Okay.
you
They want
pin
cash.
the make sure you pin the link. Don't forget.
Oh
You
yeah, I
got
did.
okay. Little Man Radio, Gambit. Let's see. Um Tay Bay. Hey Tay Bay. Uh T Danielle. Make sure you guys say Danielle. It's not Daniel. And I've been saying Daniel for probably what 2, 3, 4 years. Um She finally had to come up on the panel just to clear it up. Hey, Lady Tia. Hey, Petey Pete. I know, Miss Toby. We were on here earlier, and while it was going down, and I really felt like I was going to watch him get shot. Um, he was. It was that bad. He was. At the time we were watching, he was. People were running out. You've probably seen the footage, running out, running past them kids, employees of the Walmart, adults, everybody was running out. And he was steady telling them, yeah, the bombs in a the incendiary device is in a tin backpack and da da da. And you could hear the cops talking to him. And I just got so nervous and scared because I used to get mad when they used to shoot my people, the cops. And I still get mad, but I don't march anymore. And now I find myself since George Floyd, I just cry uncontrollably. Every
Yeah.
time someone new gets killed, I'm so hurt now that I don't even think I get angry anymore. It's just devastating. And so once Wiley and all that ended, I think the shock wore off and the devastation took over, and I just lost my shit. But go ahead,
No,
because
I
I'm
was just gonna say to
sorry.
Miss Toby, they did say they could go to the bail bondsman and get 10%. That's the only way you can do it is go through the bail bondsman and get 10%. Unless you got the whole 25K cash, which of course he doesn't. And I don't know if anybody will go to the bail bondsman and take 10%.
I wouldn't
Unless
go.
it's his family or something, but after throwing his family under the bus this morning live, I
Mhm.
don't know if they'll do that.
Well, his family, yeah, no. If his family was going to help, don't you think they would have been helping him before he got kicked out and before he lost his place in Dallas?
Yeah, you would think so because he was literally going to be homeless there. And with some of the people who were watching,
Let me
remember
the
earlier what somebody said about him
the
being
state of
homeless?
being. I know you always got a slick fucking mouth. Don't start. I wasn't saying this was like a Wiley situation. I was just giving examples on how my emotions have changed. Don't start. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying how a lot of people were saying that because I had even said earlier, it just seemed like he with how far he's going, it's just getting more drastic after each incident. And I was like, dang, is he trying to get himself taken out of here? Is that what he's trying to do? And then I told you earlier that somebody said they think he's about to be homeless again.
Right.
And if he is about to be homeless again, I can actually see that, because either he's really off his shit and this is a 25-8 thing, because I can't imagine him living with a subscriber who is roommate and him going back home to his roommate every day and acting sane or acting like he's okay. I can't imagine him acting like ain't shit wrong at home with his roommate and then waiting till he gets outside the house to run up on people and talk shit to people and, you know, hump in the air down there at the adult playground and, you know, harassing people on the strip and what the shit he did today. There's got to be a 25-8 thing. And if he was my roommate, I'd better put his ass out if he's, you know, displaying those type of acts in my house, because I'd be like, I ain't going to sleep with this motherfucker in my house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
So I can believe that if he might be homeless and just trying to get, because look, Corio, he got into the mental facility the last time when he was running down the street butt naked. Then he went to jail. Then they took him back to the facility. Then he's back on the streets. And then he's just been doing stupid shit up and down the strip all week long. I mean, literally, he could have got himself taken out, got himself beaten up, harassing people and people's wives and shit, or been taken to jail. And now this, where he's in Walmart making fake threats, you know, it was a whole hoax, but they take that shit seriously. So it's like, is he trying to get locked up? Is he trying to? I don't know.
It's been a lot longer than a week he's been, because he got locked up. It's been a month or so.
It's been about 3 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm
shocked that a subby let him move in too, but I'm also shocked that a subby allowed Ness and Shaquille to stay with them down in Vegas. So, you know, if I don't know you very, very well, if Corio was here, and I know Corio would be, you know, stranded anywhere, but I'm just saying. Now, and I know you really well. I'm gonna go get you. I said that the other day. If somebody I knew on here on YouTube that I didn't think was crazy or something, you know, I would go get you, take you to a hotel. I would even do what MU's friend did. Girl, let's go out. Let's go out. Let's go somewhere. Let's go to a movie. Let's go here. Let's go here. Whatever you want to do before you leave. But somebody I'm not familiar with, I don't know, child. You got to be like we got to have like a relationship outside of YouTube for me to allow you to actually come to the crib, though. Like a good relationship outside of YouTube.
Yeah.
But not just a subscriber.
No, but you know, you never know. Maybe they did, because Wiley seems like he likes to talk to people behind the scenes. Always has. You know what I'm saying? So,
look at what happened with old girl. Remember, they in court now, Dovey and them.
Yeah, exactly.
He was a subscriber. Yeah.
Seems like he, especially his moderators, he's always usually. Well, I don't know if him and Uppity did, but you know, he just.
3L Negro?
Who is that?
3L Negro, is that you?
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
What up?
Hey man, bro, look. I don't know what the fuck to say, bro. I saw this shit. I was watching it live, man, and bro, I was like, damn, bro, I can't believe this nigga's about to do this shit, bro. Baby. Like, bro, nah, bro. I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, this shit's so fucking crazy. Mental health is real, bro. Like, don't neglect that shit, bro. Take your medicine, go see the doctor, you feel?
Well, I hope they get him the medicine he needs.
Nah, but look. While he's locked up, they gon' put him on his medicine, bro. They're gonna put him on his medicine. You feel me? Easy. Yeah, they got medicine calling that bitch.
Do y'all think that's why he's doing that, Corio? Because people have been saying that medicine is really high for that type of medicine, really expensive, and for him not to be working right now. Do you think that was part of the plan to get locked up to get free medicine, or Or you just think
No,
the nigga's just out there just wilding for no
Bro, the
reason?
man crazy, bro. The man crazy,
I
bro.
don't think you keep saying that. I do not think he's wilding for no reason. I
Nah, bro.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
like
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it
oh,
like that. What
okay.
I meant is without a goal. Like he's just really crazy. You know,
I don't
like
even. Yeah, I don't think he has the. I just think that he needs his meds, and I don't think they gave them to him the last time. Or either they gave he was in there probably long enough. It takes medicine like that time to work through your system. You can't. It's not like an aspirin where you take
yeah,
it.
but if you ain't got the insurance to keep getting the refills, you feel me? That's where the problem is. You feel me? If you ain't got insurance, them medicines is expensive.
Right.
You feel me? So
mm-hmm. Hold on. Toya said, I think we in the diaspora get PTSD when cops come from around. Oh, okay. Yep. Especially when it comes to something like this, mental illness. But I think this was a mixed bag of mental illness along with attention. Yeah, I agree, Toya. I agree. Wiley has always been attention seeking. Always. Even on his meds. Always. So yeah, but this, yeah, I'm leaning more towards the mental illness mostly. You know, after what has happened this morning, which y'all know at
yeah,
first I was like,
like y'all seeing it getting worse, bro. Like first he was running down the script butt naked last week. This week, bomb threat. Come on, bro. Like my bad, I didn't mean to say that, but you making threats in Walmart? Come on,
right.
bro. Tripping,
And
bro.
Lady Tia, I rewatched it as well. And I was saying that earlier that it seemed like he wanted something to happen to. I think I don't know what type of relationship he has exactly with his uncle and them, but he has talked a lot of stuff about his uncles and his sisters and his grandma and, just, over the years. But I think when I said that earlier, I said he really like threw his uncle out there. Like he was online telling the operator 911 that his uncle just unalived his grandma. And the
Yeah,
lady was like, well, yeah,
I
he
was just
lived.
watching it from the beginning. I'm like, the fuck, man, this man
Yeah, he
crazy.
gave his uncle's address and everything. And I'm like, what
Yeah,
if the cops would run up in there
put that
with,
man under investigation for no fucking reason. The fuck, like, now they gonna look into it
right,
just because you called. You feel me? Like,
right.
come
And I'm
on,
like, what if
bro.
the cops run up in his uncle's house and then they pulling guns and we know how it can happen. Who knows if his uncle don't got his own shit and somebody trying to kick in his door and he pull out his pistol. Like
Right.
he gave him his uncle's name, address. Like, yeah, he just did it. He just did it. And he told him he did it with a 357 Magnum. Is that what it's called? A 357? I don't know. I got a 9 Glock.
Yeah,
So I think that's what it's called, right? A 357 Magnum.
yeah,
And yeah,
357.
just really descriptive.
That nigga, yeah, that
But
mental health is real, man. Some
yeah,
people get lost in their delusion. You feel me? Like this man was like Elijah man, the honorable Elijah Muhammad. What the
Queen of Swords said, "Do y'all think it's because?" Yeah, I really do. We think that he's been off his. Well, he told us. Remember that time when he jumped on Bree's panel and Bree asked him when the last time you take your meds, and he said, "I ain't took no meds since y'all raised the money for me to get meds years ago." And I'm like, nah, it couldn't have been that long. That was a long time. That was when TSCC was still around. So it couldn't have been that long. That was like what, 6 years? 5?
How long was the incident when he was knocking over the shelves in the library?
That was in 2018. 2018.
All right, so
2000
we
The
gotta
Emmett Till incident was 2018.
yeah, we gotta look at the pattern you feel me, over the years.
Yeah.
It's what? How many years has it been since 2018?
That basically like 6 years. That
Well,
was
All
around
right,
the
and
time
then how long was it since the last incident last week? It's been a
Illuminico,
couple of yeah.
years.
What's that?
Look, when do you see the patterns going through since 2018 through the years?
No, I'm just talking about since last week. He had his little incident last week, and then it's a whole another week. This is a whole another incident. So
Oh,
That's the pattern. That's the pattern
Yeah, he
right
took
there.
him to
You
running
feel
down
me?
the street naked.
That's the pattern right there. You feel me?
Yeah, Toya, he did put his family in danger. Mm-hmm. And they said, and his PD, what up, PDP said his charges are only the Walmart situation. He may have to deal with the phone calls he made. Oh, I thought about that too, PD. I thought about that. Yep. Yep. But let me pull this up real quick because it says here it's two different charges. One of them is communicating a bomb threat. That's $5,000 for bail. And then the other one is making threats with false information and act of terrorism. So I think the threat with false information falls under that PDP from calling Illinois and calling 911. Or it could be making the false threats that he really had something at the Walmart. So I don't know if Illinois is going to be totally separate from that because he did make the call from Vegas to Illinois. So I don't know. It might be a totally different charge, but that one is $20,000. So altogether, $25K. But of course, it's 10% if he goes to a bail bondsman or if a family member or friend goes to a bail bondsman. So yeah.
And they might have to put something up for collateral.
Yeah. But I would put shit up for
I
collateral.
ain't putting
I
shit.
either got it or I ain't got it.
I ain't putting nothing on collateral, baby. You got yourself in there, you better get yourself out.
I wouldn't get them out. Me personally, if I was family and friend, I wouldn't get them out just because on principle, you need your medication. You need to stay in there where they can keep you drugged up. Shit. Just put an IV in his arm and just feed the
You need
drugs
to
to
be
his arm.
under them. You need to be in a facility where he's being monitored. This is signs of somebody that needs a caregiver. You need somebody over,
Hold up, Miss Toby said, let me tell y'all on the mommy sector what was doing what? The people in the mommy sector was doing a
bro.
reaction.
This shit is going viral, bro. Like this shit, bro. I seen Kalu was doing a reaction to this shit, man. Come on, man. Like this shit going viral. Wiley has done crashed out, man. But I just
Mm-hmm.
want to show you everybody ain't rap too tight. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Just because
Oh, Miss
motherfucker be smiling on his camera.
Yep. Miss let me see, who was that? Miss Me, what'd he do? Oh, he was at Walmart earlier this morning in Vegas, and he was walking around telling people he got a BOMB, and he was telling people it's going to go off in a few minutes. He was telling people to run, telling people they're going to die. He was telling people that who sent him there again, Farrakhan, or told him that Farrakhan.
The honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah, Muhammad. Yeah, the Muhammad sent
Ain't
him
that
there.
nigga good? Ain't he?
Then he was calling the Chicago police, telling them that his grandma was dead and that his uncle did it, and gave him the address to go get the uncle and arrest him for unaliving
No,
his grandma.
don't forget that he said that his uncle had got in the shootout with his mom. Man, like, bro,
Funny. I
yeah,
really don't,
yeah.
sir. I don't think it's funny.
I'm not laughing at it. I'm
Oh,
not
you've been
laughing at
laughing
it because
the
it's
whole time.
funny. Nah, man, cause like, bro, like it's sad, bro. It's sad, bro. It's sad. It's not that I'm laughing at him. I'm laughing at the situation because all this shit is outlandish.
You know what, Lady Tia? I thought about that because if you do those type of things, don't they like ban you from social media and things like that when you do those type of threats? I'm not 100% sure, but I thought about that. But as far as the terroristic threat laws and penalties, let's see, what did I run across? Because I went looking up the information on like how much time you could get. And it says here, if you make a fake or false bomb threat that may reasonably be believed, may be fined or imprisoned for up to 5 years. If serious bodily injury somehow results, then the sentence can go up to 20 years. So I guess in this situation, it could probably be up to 5, possibly. Terroristic threats, of course, is different. It says that, it says anyone convicted of a misdemeanor offense for making a terroristic or criminal threat faces up to 1 year in a county jail. For a felony conviction, a court can impose a prison sentence of 1 year or more. And depending on the state and the nature of the threat, a conviction can making a terroristic threat can result in a prison sentence of 40 and even 100 years or more.
Yeah, see, that's not funny.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's a lot of time.
Especially when we've known Wiley for years.
Yeah. Now, Frida said they think it's funny when trolling goes wrong. Yeah, he did clear out the Walmart. He cleared out that Walmart. And I know a lot of people, is taking it lightly. They're joking and laughing about it. But it is really serious. It's really serious. A lot of things that Wiley did, we laugh and it's a kiki and it's funny, but this is like so serious. It's so serious. It's just crazy.
Right. And look, Phenomenal's got to look. The State of Being said he thinks it's funny too. So you and Illuminegro, y'all laugh. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's true.
Phenomenal story. It ain't no disrespect to him. You mean?
But what if somebody was running around the store? What if somebody was running around the store and they were so damn scared that they had a heart attack or they fell and hurt themselves trying to run out the store?
That's wrong.
Or they might have PTSD, traumatized.
I mean, shit, I would have been trying to get the fuck around, but as many gunshots I done heard, bitch. I ain't trying to hit no bomb, bitch.
When I'm in Walmart and I see a white man acting funny, I leave. I ain't trying to stay in there. If he get a little bit loud or he, anything he looking like he doing funny, I'm looking at him and I'm starting to walk towards the front and walking towards the exit. I don't have time. So let alone somebody talking about there's a bomb and folks are running, and especially if the employees are running.
He lucky somebody in the store didn't put him down because
you're right.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about somebody in the store shooting him or something like that. Undercover cop, undercover security guard, or just a regular old customer who carries a piece like me. Like, he could have been put down by somebody else or the police.
You're right. Because, I have I'll just say a family member, and we always laugh and talk about how he's just itching to shoot somebody. You know how he's just always, I'm not going to say he walks around with his hand on it, but, he wouldn't be upset if he had to do it. Put it like that. And, and there's plenty of people out there that are like that. They're waiting for a reason. They
just like, give me a reason. Don't let it be somebody having a bad motherfucking day and they just like, ooh, I wish a nigga would. You know how you wish it? You just wish. Like, ooh, step out of line, get out of pocket. Don't try me today. Like, seriously. But yeah, I mean, people are saying they definitely believe it's a combination of both as far as attention and the meds. Yeah, he very lucky. They didn't believe he had a ticky boom boom. Yep. This is way worse than the library incident, Toya. Yep, way worse. Way worse. And you know what gonna happen, Corio?
What's that?
When the news do get a hold to this, because they probably do. Las Vegas is probably working on their story right now. And like Rick Reed said, they'll probably be on the 6 o'clock or the 10 o'clock news tonight. But because I know if it was my city, it would have been on the news. And we got like a tracker website. I mean, it's on Facebook. I said website, but it's like the police scanner we got a scanner Facebook page, and it's just a group of guys, and all day long they just listen to the scanner and they report on everything, whether it's a dog loose or a cat in a tree or somebody that murked somebody, or they do that all day long. That shit would have been on there, like for real, for real. Hold on, let me make sure this is Miss Kimmy. Hold on, Miss Kimmy. Is that you, boo?
Yes, it's me.
Hey, baby, how you been?
I just Kimmy.
Hey, y'all. Now, I went all the way back to the beginning of your video. Hey, everybody in the chat. And you
Hey.
never said what happened. Wiley is in jail, but for what?
Yes, I did. I did.
I went all the way back to the beginning of the video. I said, let me click this daggone link now.
Girl, and the video's still up, honey. His video is still up because he was live. Girl, it's still up, but let me tell you. Okay, so he was at Walmart. He was walking to Walmart, and once he got to the parking lot, he started telling everybody he got a BOMB, and he's gonna, blow up the store. And he was telling everybody he ran into. He went inside the store. He was telling the Walmart employees to make an announcement, get everybody out the store because he's going to blow up the store. I mean, he was walking around telling everybody, like people in wheelchairs, get the fuck out of here. Do you want to die? Do you want to die? I'm going to blow up. I mean, just insane, Kimmy. And then while he was on the fucking live, he also called Chicago PD and told them that his grandmother is in a nursing home and that his uncle, the one that, the church uncle, that he had just unalived his grandma with a 357 Magnum. And the lady was like, well, where's your uncle? Oh, he's at the crib. Go to his house right now. His address is such and such and such and such. His name is such and such and such and such. He just killed my grandma with a 357. I mean, it was Kimmy.
Is he manic or was...
Yes.
Okay, he's manic. Okay.
Very. And so the helicopters came. It was a whole scene, Kimmy. He got arrested. He got handcuffed. He got thrown in the back of a police car and taken to jail. And now he needs either $25K to get out or 10%. So
Wiley, but before anybody bails Wiley out, honestly, Wiley needs to become compliant with his medication, or this is going to continue to happen.
Right.
But we don't think he can afford it because he's no longer working.
Yeah, but I mean, it's y'all forget now. This is the sector, honey. It's plenty of people with long money.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, before anybody goes to bail him out, please make sure that he is committed to being compliant with his medication, or we're gonna end up right back up here in the same space. Yeah. That's all I'm saying, But thank you for giving me the rundown, girl. I ain't finna lead a video. I ain't want to lead the video, go nowhere else. I said, Lord, I'm trying to get to the T. Where is the T? But thank you for catching me up, baby.
Miss Kimmy, when you watch that video, I'll call you Miss Kimmy because my old daycare lady's name is Kimmy. But just Kimmy, when you watch it, it's still up. I don't know how long it's gonna be up. He's locked up, so I don't think he can get it down or put it on private. But it's still up. It's about an hour and 15 minutes long, and it's the whole scene. The whole scene.
Oh my word!
Yeah. Well, it was really sad. Some of us was up here in tears watching it. Like, I can't, because we thought he was gonna get put down. They had helicopters and everything. And
the helicopters.
You know they're gonna use the live against them in court.
Yeah, they're gonna use the live.
5150. I mean, clearly he's suffering from mental issues, so he just needs to be compliant with that medicine. There's no point in people running down there to bail him out if he ain't gonna take that medicine, y'all.
Yeah, because he was cutting up on the strip this past weekend.
Yep, and when he ran into Sean and them too. Yep.
Yeah. So
is this Miss Tia, Lady Tia?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all. Hey, so I was thinking about something, because it's when you have conversations about stuff like this. When I rewatched it, because I came in real late when he was just about to get arrested. At the beginning, because he's in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in the beginning of it, he was doing a whole calling out the address and calling Chicago. I was thinking that he was thinking, because he was in Vegas, calling Chicago and giving addresses and names and things like that, that he probably didn't think that he would get, that they would connect that he was in Vegas and not in Chicago. Because he was in the beginning before he got to Walmart, because I think he got triggered to the Walmart stuff after somebody, and that was another question. It was a lady interrupted the conversation that he was having with the police in Chicago, and she was saying, "This is Wiley on YouTube. He's lying." How the heck she was able to do that? Did y'all see that part?
No, I didn't see that
Yeah,
part.
which part again?
When it was, she said she was she said, "I'm a woman on YouTube and he is lying. He is his name is Wiley and he's on YouTube." This is the beginning part when he was talking about his uncle, and he was naming all of these people in the church. He was naming their first and last name, and somehow this lady that said she was on YouTube from YouTube and been watching, she interrupted the conversation that Wiley was having with the police dispatcher. She just came
Huh.
out of nowhere.
She
Oh,
just walked up to the situation.
No, she was on the phone somehow.
well, what? Hmm. I
While
wonder
he
if he
was
was.
talking to the police dispatcher in Chicago, some
Uh-huh.
random lady, and
I
she
wonder. I wonder if he was on a three-way with maybe his roommate, his subscriber roommate.
maybe, but
So
that
you
lady
said they
came
were
out of
on the
nowhere.
same phone. They were on the same phone call. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I don't understand. I don't understand how she came in as a third party. It was like she came in and she was talking to the dispatcher saying that he was lying, but we see him walking, so I don't know where the lady came from, this third lady, but she was telling the dispatcher, his name is Wiley, he's on YouTube, he's lying. She just came out of nowhere. That was strange. That's why I was like, is this real? This is before the whole Walmart stuff. That's why I thought, okay, this is some type of play stuff, because this lady came out of nowhere. She was telling the dispatcher that he's lying. But I think when she came on and was telling the dispatcher that he's lying, his name is Wiley, he's not telling the truth, that triggered him while he was walking. And that's why he ended up in Walmart, to make the situation even worse.
Well, the
Because
people down in the chat agreeing
Mm-hmm.
with you that they heard her, and she even said more stuff, Lady Tia.
I don't know where the lady came from, and this is way before he got to Walmart, because he was
Oh,
walking.
they said it was a different phone. They said people were calling Wiley on a different phone, and Wiley had them on speaker. A
Oh,
lot of content creators got two phones, one for recording and one for just talking.
yeah,
Yep.
he had a second device.
She
Okay.
was
Yep.
telling him to hang up and all type of stuff. You feel me?
So that's why
That's
I
what they
thought
were
it.
talking about. I remember now. Yep, he said
Okay,
somebody was telling Wiley to hang up the phone and don't do this and stop what you're doing. I remember. Okay, okay. Yep.
yeah,
And,
that's why
and
I
just
thought it was a.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought he was just doing this for YouTube because of that third party. But this was before Walmart. Now, when he got to Walmart, that's why I think he got triggered even more to do the Walmart stuff with the ticky ticky boom, because he wasn't talking about no ticky ticky boom. He was talking about all Chicago stuff. I think
Yep.
he didn't think that he would get caught up because he's in Vegas and what he's
He
reporting on.
should have, because he's telling everybody he walked past that he's going to do the ticky ticky boom. So I mean, he even told the employees to get everybody out the store. He was
Right.
Yeah, he
But
was
that
telling
was
them go on the intercoms and tell everybody get out the store. So, and yes, Informer Sugar tomorrow at 9 a.m. That's when he's being seen in front of the judge.
but yeah, it was strange. I think he got triggered once the pull, because that dispatcher was like, I don't hear any shooting in the background. Are you telling the truth? The dispatcher, once that third party came in, the dispatcher stopped believing him, started asking him questions. I don't, because he said they're shooting everywhere. Everybody's getting shoot. They're trying to shoot at me. They tried to get the whole church. It's blood everywhere. And the dispatcher was like, but I don't hear anything.
Yeah,
And
and
I,
I was when I was talking to Corio earlier, I was like, the dispatcher sounded like, is this for real? But they can't they know they've been recorded, right? Every call is recorded. So but you could tell from their tone of voice, they was like, they didn't believe it. because he was just acting manic. Yeah, my uncle. Yeah, he was being like, if you knew this was a fake storyline and it was a TV show or something, you'd have been laughing your ass off because just the way it was. But us knowing it was really happening in real life and it wasn't a TV show, it's like we know what's going on. But the operator on the phone was acting like, is this for real? But of course, they was like, really, where? What type of gun? Like, it was just his answers that I could tell was making the operator believe that this ain't real.
Right, and the thing about that, the operator, she's in a hard place because it's their job to believe whatever is going on. And I think the only reason why she stopped believing him is because of that third party came in and saying that he's not telling the truth, and that made the operator start to think about it and ask questions like, and then he said once she said, but I don't hear anything. Then he started that fake crying. Oh, well, it's everywhere. They're everywhere. And started to act like he was crying.
And they say he called the National Guard and the Homeland Security too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't. And looking at his face. So when I think about somebody crashing out or somebody with a mental illness, you just don't know, because I'm looking at his face trying to see if I see something different about his behavior to say that he is wilding out, but he seemed to be his regular wilding out that we see regularly from him. It didn't seem like he was in a state that we would say, okay, it's definitely something going on with him, because the sad part about it is he's like this all the time that you can't even tell the difference.
Exactly, because he's very like over the top. He's very over the top. But you know, us who has been knowing him ever since, like way back when the B sector was created. I mean, Wiley was the one who called us the Section 8 sector, you know, before the B sector name even, you know, was adapted. So, you know, Wiley's been here from like day one, damn near. And so we know the Emmett Till incident when he was doxxed for that. What do you call that? Doxxed if it's public? I don't know. But once that happened, that's when people knew that he was really off his rocker at one point in time. But then he seemed to get better. He left the B sector. He started doing like celebrity news, trending news, you know, things like that, reality shows. And he was doing really, really good for a moment till he got into it with some of the bigger YouTubers and they kind of blacked him out of the sector over there.
Y'all on the panel, just imagine being a manager at your job and somebody coming in there saying you got 2 minutes or this place is going to blow up. That lady that he had on camera, that was the manager or supervisor there who was calling the police while he's standing in front of her with the camera on her. Imagine going to work and having somebody right in front of you saying that it's going to be gone. It's going to blow up in 2 minutes.
I'd probably be fired, to be honest, y'all, because I would haul my ass out of there so fast. I'd probably be fired. I would.
I ain't gonna be selfish. I'm saving as many people as I can.
Shit. I'll be like, run for your life, run for your life. That's what I'll be doing. I'm help. That's me helping. That's me helping. They said just like Rob Rack, it kind of took. Yeah, I can see how some people probably was taken back to Rob Rack because this isn't the first time we seen somebody get arrested live with police, surrounding police, and all that. That shit with Rob Rack was crazy. That was crazy. I still can hear Tracy crying, her wailing when she thought he was not going to be put down.
Sure, Wiley might get sued by people. They're not going to get but a drop. Walmart might get sued. You never know. I mean, he's created a wonder. You know, somebody might have had a mini heart attack. You never know what has happened and what's going to happen, because I think let's see, Grish's down there saying one of the victims has requested prosecution to the DA already, Walmart or civilian. You know, because Walmart could, I mean, it's, yeah, Wiley's probably going to be gone for a while, possibly, more than likely.
Yeah, and although I would hate for him to be locked up under this situation, these circumstances, he needs to be locked up. Not in jail, of course, but, you know, in a facility where he's getting treated. until he
Yeah.
get better, and maybe they can put him in some kind of programs or something.
They're
So
gonna evaluate him in there.
yeah,
They're gonna
Hopefully he
evaluate him in there.
hopefully he get diagnosed correctly. Because that's the thing. I mean, he seemed to be, to us, he seemed to be his normal self, which what we consider him being normal. The craziness is what we consider to be normal because that's what he always shows. Hopefully they diagnose him correctly. I don't think nobody needs to bail him out. He already seemed to not have anywhere to go. But he needs to get whatever that he needs for himself. And I do think that they're going to ban him because of the threat
Most
and the fact of the act of these people running up out of that store.
most
yeah,
definitely banned from every mall, Walmart, probably in the world. You know,
yep.
I mean, I don't know how they'll enforce that if he's in, someplace. But if they catch him, they're gonna kick him out. But
They got them AI cameras.
Phenomenal Scorpio said if they told Wiley he had to stay off of social media for 3 years, I bet he'd take his medication.
probably, you never know. He probably find a way to get it rather than the obvious ways. Because I think Wiley, if he tries, it's not hard. He doesn't try hard to find ways. But
Right.
I was telling them earlier, if they put him in prison, he's not going to be able to act like that because those prisoners will straighten him out.
Well,
You know,
it's different. It's different when you have a medical condition. They don't put you with everybody else. They put you
I
no,
in
was
the
just about to say.
infirmary.
they still a
Yeah.
straight out. They're not going to have somebody running around, jumping and hunching and humping on people, and they're not going to put
Girl,
up.
they gonna have him so drugged
He,
up he probably sleep all day.
he ain't gonna be with his kind. I'm just gonna say that.
He said he's going to be with his tribe,
He
yeah,
gonna be with his peoples, yeah, like for real. And
but they're
somebody
not.
said, Fly Girl said, how did he get to Walmart in Vegas? It's far from the strip. Girl, they got Uber.
He was no, he
He
was
was
walking.
walking, but
He
guess
was,
who was walking?
Look what Lord
He
they
was
doing.
walking in that 155-degree heat down
as,
to the
right.
Walmart.
As long as that video is, that's how long he was walking.
Yeah,
He,
because he was walking for a long time before he even got to the Walmart.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Hold on,
They
let me see who this
cut
is,
me
y'all.
up in the chat.
Zayden?
Oh
Hey,
boy.
how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome.
As you know, when Wiley first got
What's
out,
your name? What's your name?
my name is Zadon.
Well, what's up, Zaydon? Are you
Um,
from, what sector are you from?
I don't know about sectors. I don't know, not too much into YouTube. But I live in California, and I did speak to Wiley on his first when he first got out of jail. I went on his page and I clicked the link, and I had a conversation with Wiley about you know his whole ordeal in Vegas. Before he even moved to Vegas, I told him that it wasn't a good idea because Vegas is Sin City and has a lot of demonic forces there. And I don't think Wiley's mental is strong enough to withstand those forces. And as today, we can obviously clearly see he's in mental distress. This is his second time being arrested in Vegas since he got there. And he's been there for less than probably like 2 months. And now you got people reporting on the mess that Wiley's got going on. Now, as you can see, Wiley's clearly in not his right mental mind. He says that he's been sleeping, but obviously he's not been sleeping. He said that he's been taking his medication. Clearly, he's not taking his medication. And I know everyone's saying like, "Oh, I think Wiley's going to be in a good place in the jail," which I think a little bit too. But honestly, I don't know if he's going to get the right mental help in jail. Now, if he went to a mental hospital, he probably could get the help that he can. But I don't think that Vegas has enough funds to help people who have mental disabilities
Oh,
inside the jail. And I saw someone just report on this. Wiley got 2 charges. His first charges was active terrorism, which is a $20,000 bail that they put on him. He has to go for the judge tomorrow at 9 a.m. The second one was false information, which is at $5,000. So Wiley needed about $3,000 to even be bailed out of Vegas jail system. Now everyone's talking about, oh, Wiley, you're enabling Wiley, you're enabling. I'm not enabling Wiley. The only person enabling Wiley is YouTube. because clearly they are allowing him to still go live and still report on the mess that's been going on. Now, I just want to come in here, y'all opinions. Do you think that the jail is going to help Wiley? Because from what I know, he last time when he acted up in jail, once you act up in jail, they give you that shot and put you to sleep for a good 5 or 6 hours to calm. But I don't think that Wiley's going to be able to get out of the situation this time.
Are you a long time subscriber of Wiley?
I wouldn't say
because I've never seen your name around before, or
yeah, I have.
You from the B? You said you're not from those sectors.
I mean, I don't know what the sectors are because I don't really get on like live and like beef that much online. I don't know about the sectors. I can't tell you all that. But I have been subscribed to Wiley for at least like 2 years or so.
Okay,
when he was doing good, when he was living in Texas, being a CNA. But now it's coming to a point where he's not at a good point in his life. And Wiley said like, "Oh, eventually I want to move to California. I want to go." Wiley, if you can't handle Vegas, you can't handle California.
Yeah,
because California is a whole nother monster where I live at, and I don't think that he has the. I don't know what help we can give him. I think that he needs to be off YouTube. I think that he needs to be in a mental hospital for at least a year, right? And the only people that he can speak to are the patients that's in the hospital with him.
Well, did you ever get a chance to see that library video?
I did. I just replayed the video on my YouTube channel as well. So yes, I know all of Wiley antics because Wiley had to pay restitution back to that library when he told that library.
It was like $10,000 or something.
Yeah. And the first time that he went to jail, I think 2 weeks ago, Wiley was running butt naked down the strip of Vegas with no clothes on. Mm-hmm. And the person that I feel the most sorry for is his roommate because I don't know who this person is that allowed Wiley to move into their house, knowing him off of YouTube, right? You let somebody move into your house off of YouTube that you barely know and barely met, and the neighbors are complaining that there's a naked 6-foot man running down the street, butt naked, talking about Emmett Till, talking about everything under the sun that we have no idea about. And everyone's making fun of Storm Monroe, making fun of him online. And this is sad because, yeah, I know everyone has their opinion on Wiley, but you have to be able to kind of like at least give some kind of help at all, right? You know, you're not going to get into the heavens by just putting people down without even giving like a little bit of help or a little bit of, advice. I was the one that went on Wiley's channel when he first got out of the hospital and said, Wiley, you need to slow down. You cannot allow your family to manipulate you and to put you in a situation where you don't want to go back. Wiley is too old. You're 33 years old, right? You say you have bipolar with schizophrenia. You know what that means? You need to be taking your medication every single day. You cannot skip a day. You cannot skip a month because when you do that and you have those episodes, because I have a cousin who has those episodes. And when he's on his medication, he does good. But when he's not on his medication, he has his episodes. And you can see him clearly talking about, oh, I'm Malvin Cartwright. I got a black shirt with blue jeans on with black shoes. And what's even crazier to me is that he's making all these threats and he's literally waiting outside for the police to show up there. You're waiting outside for the police to show up there so they can arrest. If you're going to make a threat, hey, make the threat and run. If you're going to make a threat over the phone or something. But clearly, I don't know. And people are saying, like, why needs a place to stay? It might be that.
Some people think he doesn't want help. And a lot of people think it's still for the trending. You know, it's still for attention. Some people think he's just acting,
I think that too. And I told him, I said, Wiley, why do you always need to feel to get naked to be seen? And he was like, seen? Oh my gosh, that was a good word. Because it feels like he's calling out for help, right? And the only way that he knows how to call out for help is to go on these crazy episodes and these rants. And not only that, do you guys remember the last time when he was in Texas, how he went online and he showed how much money he made from YouTube and his address and stuff? But at the same time, he goes on live today and reveals his social security number.
Yeah, we was talking about that. I said that at the very beginning tonight. I said that's the only thing I hate that was, you know, he was live was because he gave his social security number on live, date of
Right.
birth, his name, government name, address, all
All
that.
the information.
Right.
It could be somebody out there because again, this is going to trend. Even though the video might eventually get taken down, it's a lot of people who downloaded. Hell, I downloaded it. So you know, it's going to be out there forever, and his social security number is going to be out there forever.
Right. You know, a lot of hackers out there.
Excuse me, sir. Lady
Yeah.
Tia, did you want to go ahead and finish what you were saying?
Go ahead.
Lady Tia, she probably done dropped down.
No, she's still here, Tia.
She probably walked away.
She probably walked away. But yeah, I really hope nobody takes his social security number and does anything crazy. I really hope not. Because his life, he already got enough problems in life. And then have somebody take his social security number and try to buy up some shit or make fake IDs or, you know,
right,
take over his identity. Or I mean, I wouldn't want to take over that identity, but you know what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, and I think another thing that when I spoke to him last time on his YouTube channel, he said that he was having mental breakdowns because of how people were treating the elderly in the homes and stuff for the elderly abuse homes. And I thought to myself, if Wiley can't take care of himself, he can't take care of no person in no elderly home. And I don't understand what's the problem with going out and get a regular job, right? Why can't he be like a Walmart greeter? Well, he can't be a Walmart greeter now because he's been bombed through this. Well, why can't he get some type of other job that he can make money on without always being on YouTube? Because this
I did wonder why the only thing he was willing to do was nursing home. No shade on the people who work at the nursing homes, because a lot of them really care about, you know, the people who they care for, right. You know, the elderly and the sick. So, you know, a lot of them really do care. Some of them is like really fucked up, but, you know, facilities. But I always wonder why is that the only thing he wants to do or strives to do. But Lady Tia, is that you, babe?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, babe. Go ahead.
Oh, my phone was acting up, but I wanted to add something in about him getting his meds and stuff. Here in Florida, certain medicine you have to get consistently at that pharmacy. They don't allow you to go to different pharmacies after different pharmacies to get medicine, depending on the medicine, because some pharmacies only hold a certain amount of medicine. If you are located there, basically by your address, they'll have your medicine available to you. My thing is, if he ran out of medicine, it perhaps maybe because of his location, he's not able to go just jump to another state and go to a pharmacy and they have it ready for him. What do y'all think about that when it comes to maybe he's not able to get the medicine because maybe he just going to a pharmacy and they don't have it available for him?
Being that he's been out of work for some time, I think it's just he probably don't have any insurance anymore. He's not working anymore. And then remember, like his numbers, he's not doing the numbers that he used to on his channel anymore since he's been blacked out the entertainment sector. So I think it's a lot of different things that's preventing him from being able to afford his medicine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of that medicine, depending on what it is really expensive out of pocket. And I was just thinking about address. If he doesn't have a permanent address and he just went to Vegas 2 months ago, maybe he's not in any system or have been to a doctor in Vegas to be able to get that medicine, and perhaps a pharmacy won't just give it to him because they need history and things like that, and he probably ain't put that stuff in place.
And let me just say this, because that's a very good what you brought up. But he does have an address because he's living with the roommate in Vegas. And let me just highlight this comment that Victoria Dime just said. She said, Zaydan, I'm subscribed to the Wiley channel. Can you be honest and tell me and these people why are you telling all his business when you've been supported for 5 years? I have not been supported for Wiley for 5 years. It's been probably like 2 years and a half. And I'm not the one telling his business. Wiley's online, going live, telling his business. telling his social security number and his address and all those things. I went online instead of being in the bushes just watching him have his downfall. I was the only person that called into the Wiley show to support him and to say, hey, I understand that what you're going through, but also to don't let your family and your surroundings take you back down. While everyone else is just watching the bushes, watching your downfall, at least I came on and voiced my opinion and said, hey, there's other options. And you're right. You have to be on your medicine for a long, long period of time. And instead of California, they pay for people with mental health problems medication consistently. My cousin has mental health problems, and not one time has he been to the CVS pharmacy and they have not paid for his medication. I don't know how it is in Vegas, but Wiley does have an address. And clearly, when he made the move to Vegas, he did not stock up on his meds enough for you to be able to fully transition into the Vegas mental health system, right? Because if you were, you wouldn't be having these mental breakdowns on the show. Now, I'm not going to sit here and glorify someone's breakdown, like, ha, 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 this is what you get, this is what you get, because I'm not that kind of person. What I can do is give you some advice and support and hope that you can change, but clearly it's not going to change if you're not taking your medicine and if you're not being consistent with it. He's talking about, oh, I've been sleeping. You have not been sleeping. Why are you on live doing 6, 7, 8, 9-hour lives for days at a time? That just shows me and you're who does a 9-hour live?
So Zayden, have you say your only contact with him has been hitting his links?
Yes, I'm not Wiley's like friend. I don't have his phone number. I don't have his address. I don't know his family. I just know him through the YouTube streets, right? And I come on and I just talk to him every so often and go on a channel like sing whatever and just let him know, hey, like because first of all, we're all human. You can't say that you're a human if you not have at least one mental breakdown in your life. But with Wiley, you have these mental breakdowns more periodically. And I think that with his bipolar and his schizophrenia, Wiley's going to be one of those people that you eventually see like like homeless, right? Talking to themselves with dirty clothes on and, just that kind of person you might see. He's eventually going to turn into that kind of person if he doesn't get the help that he needs now. And I don't think that him going to jail is going to help him because he said, oh, well, I'm going to talk my way to the judge and make them let me get out of the system like he did last time. And clearly that did not work.
Zayden, we have other people up here that would like to comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And the Hood Table likes to read comments from the chat.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Hood Table.
Oh, I'm good. I'm just listening to y'all. Like, Lady Tia, did you have anything else to add?
No, I have nothing else to add. But I do. Let me not say that. I hope that his family has been alerted, and maybe they have because he was given so much information. He pretty much gave us where they are. I hope that they have been alerted and they know what's going on, and that also that Chicago police have been able to rectify the situation, knowing that it's been a false alarm when it comes to his family members, because that was very dangerous to put his family in. And I do think that he put them in a situation not knowing that could have been a whole standoff, quote unquote, if the police came up to that address that he was putting out, and they would have had pows drawn and everybody. I mean, I think the church address was even alerted. And I just hope that everybody on the other end, as far as who he brought into the whole situation, is okay, and no situation happened with the police with them. But thank you for having me, Hood Table. Bye, Creole Lover, and nice to meet you. To the fella at the top, and Zayden.
It's illuminated.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Boo. It's always a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
Always.
Did
All right.
you
I'm going in the chat.
Okay.
All right.
Did you read Nita Meyer's comment, Hood Table? Do you see it?
You said Nita Meyer?
Nita Meyer, Oh, I know she's a nurse.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I live in Miami and worked as a psychiatric nurse. We always send you home with meds, at least 30 days worth. So you saying that once Wiley was running down the street butt naked, that night when he went to the mental health facility and then went back to jail, and then they sent him back to the mental health facility, they would have sent him home with 30 days worth of meds?
Yes.
Because that's almost up, huh, Corio? Like, because you said
Yeah,
it's been about a month, 3 weeks or a
yeah.
month.
And I think Nehemiah, if you're still in the chat, I know it takes a little time to. She said yes. Does it? How long does it take for psych meds to get in your system and start working? Usually, I know probably different strokes for different folks, but if usually,
Yeah,
how
feel free to hit the link too. Feel free to hit the link.
I don't know if she hits links, but yeah,
I don't know. She probably doesn't, but
she's two. They say 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
At least 7 days, 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
So basically, they should have been in his system by now if he was taking them. So to me, that means he's not taking them, right, guys? What do you guys think?
Right. He's not
Well,
taking them.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, not taking. Not taking
Well,
it.
he did tell Brianna. I mean, he did tell Brianna when she was talking to him weeks ago that he don't need it. He said, "I self-diagnosed myself, and
Oh,
I don't need it." That's
Lord.
that's what he told Bree. And
Okay.
this was like
See,
this was
that's the
right
worst thing to
after
do, though.
but
That's the worst.
this was after he ran around naked. This was
Yeah,
right after that. He told her, "I don't take them. I don't need them."
yeah, that's the problem right there. Self-medicating or self-diagnosing.
Usually when folks self-medicate, when they have mental issues, don't they usually turn to street drugs like alcohol,
Sometimes, yeah.
crack, you
But
know?
see, I don't know if Wiley is. I
Yes,
don't.
man.
I don't. I would. From what I've seen, I don't think he's an alcoholic or a drug or that he self-medicates with anything like that. I mean, when he was down on the video the other day at the adult playground, when he ran into Sean Bradley and KRN and them, he did have a drink in his hand, but then again, it could have been water for all I know. I don't know, but I don't think he's never came on here just like white girl wasted that I can recall in
I
the last.
mean, I remember a couple weeks ago he was on Teleport Tuesday all night drinking.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh shit! Blame it on Lemon. Blame it on Lemon. Him this Taylor Port Tuesdays. Oh God, today is Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I think
Hold on,
Lemon
hold on,
might.
baby. Hold on, baby. Corio.
Okay.
Demetra, this you?
It's me.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. I just
Hello.
wanted to kind of chime in from my personal experience, which is not across the board, but I do have a personal experience, whereas I can kind of chime in a little bit.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
I
baby.
didn't want to just see if I interrupted anybody, but number one, what they said about you'll leave from the if he's up out of jail and went to the mental hospital, whatever, they will send you home with medication. Right? They'll write the script and send it down to the same place, to the clinic. Most of the time in the mental health places, they have the pharmacy right there. But that don't mean they're going to force you to go pick it up, right? And they also can't force you to take it. Another part of it is like, you can't say well, you can say it, but it don't make sense. And one side, if you say, okay, you understand he got mental problems, then the other side of that deal is, yeah, you get your medication, yeah, you be on it, but it's not nothing unique about people getting off their medication, whether purposely or not purposely, right? It definitely happens. That's why they always want to keep a close follow-up with you. Me, myself, I'm on antidepressants, anti-anxiety, and sleep medication. I did good for over a year taking it consistently. I can't for the life of me tell you why I decided to start taking it haphazardly. You know what I'm saying? I can't explain it. I know I do better with it. I know I function better with it, but somehow I don't know why, but I decided to get off of it. I mean, I didn't decide to get off of it. I just stopped taking it, right? And then and I know that my people, the mental health and stuff like that, they start to call me, talk about I missed my appointment. They told me when I walked up in there, they let me know and asked me questions about why I didn't pick up my prescription. I was like, damn, they ain't all my stuff, right? And so I know that sometimes, like for me, myself, yeah, you like being on the medication. I mean, the medication, you do better with it, right? But at the same time, you kind of like sometimes myself. Sometimes I like being a little bit not so controlled, maybe not so just conformed. You know what I'm saying? Maybe sometimes you get that feeling of like your normal self and you go off your medication, or maybe because you cut up and stuff, you enjoy it, no matter the consequences, right? So mental health is like real, real, real serious. It's not
It's
very
me.
easy. One more thing I wanted to add. Now, it's not hard at all to get your medications transferred from state to state. That's not difficult
Thank
at
you.
all. That's just a simple call. However, it would have had to be his responsibility to have his mental health provider where he was living at, let them know what was going on. I'm going to be moving. And they would have seen to make sure that they even wrote him a prescription that lasted for a few months until he can get everything intact where he at. Right? And you don't have to pay, like QI said. With those type of medications and stuff, they'll tell you, they might say your copay or the normal copay for it is like what, $60, $100, right? But then if you're on low income or something like that, then they're not gonna not give you that medication. They're gonna say, okay, well, pay what you can if it's $1, because they want you to stay on that medication. I know they definitely do that here in Texas. I know that for a fact, and I know from being on the phones doing healthcare, you know what I'm saying, setting up they stuff, how easy it is to transfer the prescriptions. So I just wanted to add that little part right there, just a little clarity on my own experience. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It happens that people get off their medicine. It's unfortunate. We can just pray for them.
Well, and that's one of the things that I had wanted to correct what I heard y'all say. So this last time where Wiley went to jail, he first was put in a mental institution, but then he pulled the fire alarm in there. And then that's when the police got called because he did the false alarm. So then once the police was called, that's when he went to jail. But my question is, if he was in the mental institution first and they had to call the police to lock him up, then would he leave the jail with any medicine? Because I don't think the
No, because
police
it would
just
take
going to give him
longer than
anything.
that. It would take longer than that. If he was just up there in a day, that's not long enough. But I can tell you this: when he went to jail today, they might have put him in either a holding tank or even put him in general population. But as soon as they run all his information throughout the system, the national database,
it's gonna pop up.
they're gonna put him in the C tank, in the crazy tank. Because that follows you everywhere you go. Every time I go to jail, it don't even matter what I do, I always get put in the crazy tank. And I'm not crazy, but they got it in the system that I am, right? And I think only one time they put me in general population. I was like, damn, I ain't never seen this part of jail before. And it wasn't even long before they called me talking about transferring me to the C tank. I mean, that shit is in the database everywhere. All they gotta do is put his stuff in. And so they'll put him where he needs to be. And if he be in jail long enough, they'll get him back on his medication.
He already gave the Social Security number.
But it don't happen like immediately. He got to be there long enough. It's not like the next day or a couple of days. More like how Jake Smith saying, a couple of weeks.
Well, he has to go in front of the judge tomorrow.
It's gonna be a couple weeks.
Tomorrow morning.
They got doctors in there though. They got doctors in there, dude.
But it take a minute to get there. It's not like soon as everybody come in, they just immediately take them in there. No, you know what I'm saying? He has to wait his turn.
Yeah. They're gonna take them by. They're gonna take them in group.
At 9 a.m. So
they're gonna take them in
I'm
group.
keep checking on it tomorrow to see, the court docs and whatever to see what's going on. But yeah, 9 a.m. he goes to court tomorrow. And Demetri, I just want to thank you for jumping up here, because it's certain things that a lot of people don't want to talk about because, we get really scrutinized, especially in this sector. So I do appreciate you coming up here.
It took me forever to get on that medication and to be willing to do it. And I'm so grateful that I did. But even now, I'm still struggling getting back consistent with taking my medication. You know what I'm saying? It took me forever to get on it. I see the good it do. I kind of enjoyed for a second being off of it because then, I felt a little bit more flighty again. Kind of felt like my natural self. You know what I'm saying? And then, like now, I'm kind of struggling and trying to remind myself that no, you need to get back on your medication regularly.
But that's what happens, Demetri, right? I mean, I don't know
it's
if
not
personally,
unusual.
but this is what I hear, that people, once they feel like, oh, I'm fine, I'm great. We done seen it in movies, right?
It's not unusual. It's not to be not expected. So
yeah, they think they're okay. They don't need the long medicine. And then when you get off the medicine and you start going down, 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 people don't even see it. They don't. It comes so
it take a
fast.
minute for it to kick in,
Right.
right? If the medicine in my system, like it took me when I went off my medication just for myself, it took me probably over a month or so. And it took a situation where I just found myself being like inappropriately emotional, right? It didn't even match the situation, and there was no situation. And here I am getting all caught up and depressed and cried and shit. And ain't nothing was happening. And it took that moment to, for it to snap to me, okay, you off your medicine, and now I'm starting to be able to tell. You know what I'm saying? It took me like a month to even say, oh, okay, now I see that this maybe not a cool thing to do, to be off of it. It don't happen overnight. Just like when you get on the medicine, it don't happen overnight. It's not like you just start taking it one day and the next day you good once you take it. No, it takes like 30 days, 45 days for everything to do what it's got to do, and then also to wear off.
Right.
So right. I'm gonna drop down. I just wanted to put in that little piece of experience just so because I have people had a lot of questions.
I appreciate you. I appreciate it.
Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
Thanks. All right, baby. And Stacey Robinson said, and I'm so sorry to hear that, Stacey Robinson. Long story, we found my cousin sitting in a chair in his room unalive, had been there over a month because he had an episode. I'm very sorry to hear that. But yeah, mental health. Like we had a facility back in the day called Richard Young here, and they closed it down. And ever since then, we really never had a mental health location here in our city. And I'm telling you, you could definitely tell because it was like people all around the city. It was more people out on the streets, more people begging, more people bumming, more people, just homeless, like all types of shit, right? And so just within a few months ago, they made an announcement on the news that they're building a brand new $110 million mental health facility. And like the city is like ecstatic because Richard Young, they shut down years ago because somebody mismanaged the money. And so they shut it down years ago, and we really never had a place since then. So I'm glad that they're building a new facility because every city should have a place for homeless people and a place for people who have mental illness instead of just jails. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, and the dude that's up here, Zayden, when Wiley first went to jail this last time, I actually went and caught Wiley's replay because you know how I am. I gotta look at it myself so I could get the details myself. And I saw him up there having a long conversation with Wiley. But honestly, I don't believe that Wiley think that anything is wrong with him. He don't see it.
And that's what he told Bree, right? He told Bree. He said, I self-diagnosed myself. I don't need no medication.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to agree with that because I don't think Wiley has any friends, and I don't think Wiley listens to people's advice because you can only say so much to a person. You can't help them unless they want to get help, right? They can't. And I'm going to say this while I say I'm going to leave from my own personal experience. 4 or 5 years ago, the doctor diagnosed me with insomnia. And it took me almost 2-3 years to realize, oh my God, you have insomnia. I was that person that was up 18, 19, 20 hours out of the day, working 2 jobs in college. And I thought that was normal. You're a college student. You're not really sleeping. You got to work. You got to do this. You got to do this. And not until I had a mental breakdown and was taken to the hospital where someone told me, sir, you got insomnia. You ain't sleeping. Why aren't you not sleeping? I thought, for my age, that's normal. And I agree with the last call where she was saying like, oh, sometimes you don't want to take your medication. Sometimes you do want to take your medication because you feel like sometimes, oh, I don't need it, right? And sometimes when you get used to taking medication, it does it don't have the same effects when you first took it as you taking it now. Now I come to the point where like, oh, okay, you know what, Zayden, you got insomnia. You got to take your Ambien every single night so you can go to sleep and making sure that you can be a productive person the next day. So I have that personal experience. That's why I kind of feel for Wiley because I had a mental breakdown before, and I went on his live. If you caught the replay, and I spoke to him for a long time. I was asking all kind of questions and stuff, just trying to be there as a support because I don't think that if someone has all these problems, you can just throw them away to society and not give them like rehabilitation. You know, you got to be at least be empathetic to be able to help someone, or at least not help them, give you the right resources so that you can get help. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. And I appreciated watching that replay too, because all I saw around that time when I got on YouTube was everybody was doing lives making fun of the fact that Wiley ran naked, that he was in jail, that he was
Right.
this, he was that. And this dude was the only person that actually had some type of compassion, because like the Storm Monroes was clowning Wiley about it. Armand, all of them people that's over there up in Wiley New Sector was
Right.
just giving him such a hard time about it. And so I think it's so crazy what I saw today. Man, that was crazy.
Right. They all watching his downfall, but no one can go in and say, hey, at least I gave him a call or a text message or a little support. They just,
Did you see Nita Meyer's next comment, her table?
Let me see. This one right here.
Let me see.
After being a psychiatric
Yes.
nurse, this one?
Yes.
Okay. After being a psychiatric nurse for 15 years, I am now a psychotherapist, and not one patient I trust believe they're mentally ill, and they all say the meds make them sick.
Not one patient thinks that they're mentally ill.
That's just like an alcoholic, a drug addict, even a what do you call those people who love to have sex all the time?
Nymphoman.
Yeah, like a lot of those people, they don't think they have a problem.
I don't know about nymphs. I think they know they're having too much sex.
I mean, but what's wrong with sex? Okay, we getting. Let's stay on Wiley. Let's stay on Wiley.
I have a cousin. He's a bad alcoholic, but you know what? He says that because he drinks beer, he's not he was like, I'm not alcoholic. All I drink is beer. And so, they can make it subjective as well, too. I don't know exactly what makes Wiley think that. Well, he says he self-medicates. I would like to know what he thinks he's doing to self-medicate. Did he say what he thinks what he's doing to self-medicate?
What he said was that he has diagnosed himself. He said the medication does not help for the current stressors.
The what?
He said the current stressors that he has. He said, yes, he could take the medicine, and over the course of time, it'll do something. He said, but the medicine does not fix what he is going through right now, today. I heard him break that down in his own live. And I think it really has something to do with his family, and like how he been telling us about his grandma and then his mama being drunk with the two little girls and all this stuff. And I think that he just want a pill that he could take to be able to make his mind not even think about any of that. But we all know that no pill like that exists.
Right.
That's sad. That's sad. How old is Wiley?
33 years old.
33.
Is that all?
Yeah, he'll be 34. And actually, how I know, I had to look it up because y'all, I was so scared that Wiley was gonna try to run for president. I had to look up to see how you got to be to run. And that's how I know he's about to be 34 this year. Because I was like, he was talking about trying to be the running mate with Trump, and I said, I hope he's serious. I had to start researching.
I can't believe that's all. Yeah, he's yeah.
Is that you, QI?
In the building.
Hey, QI.
What up, QI?
Hello, salute to everyone on the panel. Corio, Jay Dunn,
Salute,
the gentleman,
Hey, QI.
and especially you, the hood, the host. And then there's somebody else up in the corner. Well, I'm sorry, that's on my TV.
Yeah, that's Zayden.
Zayden. I said
nice to meet you, Zayden.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you too.
But yeah, what's up? I'm about to call you T. Oh, I'm T.I.
You say T.I.
You know what? What's up, QI? What you gotta add?
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt anyone, but like I've been following. Okay, I came into the B sector by way of Wiley, and one of the reasons why I started supporting him when he had like 13 people was because he was openly talking about all of the things he talks about now and mental health. And back then, I think that Wiley is possibly misdiagnosed because back then, he mentioned something about schizophrenia. They were saying that he was schizophrenic. But, like most people who have been in the mental health field, they know that that's the quickest thing that they're going to throw on most of us, either that or bipolar. And I still don't seem to think that bipolar might be an even fit, so he may not be getting the right cocktail or the right cocktail of a medicine or the right type of treatment. But I'm just saying that this has been ongoing with Wiley for a long time because even during the time when he so-called took his medicine, it his behavior improved a little bit, but not just that much. So like I just think that it would, especially with the situation, just the recent situations and the things that he's been doing, because like a lot of people, when they're going through episodes, they're hyper religious, hyper political, and he's showing all of those signs and symptoms and stuff like that. And even though like it might, be sad and different things of that nature for him to be in jail, I don't think that jail necessarily is the best place, but I do think that he needs long-term mental
Treatment.
hospitalization. Hmm.
I absolutely agree. I think the most of us, we all agree that he needs to be put somewhere and treated and not just released like the
Right.
last time when he was running down the street naked. They
Right.
took him to the hospital, took him to the jail, took him back to the hospital. And Wiley was like, when he would lie, they let me out. They let me go. And he
Right.
just started resuming his videos and shit like that. But I mean, if they look really into his background and look into like the library situation and different things like that, I could not believe that they just let him back out
Right.
just
Well,
like that.
they don't have all that information to do the. Okay, so when he left Chicago, um, all of his Chicago records stayed there. The only way that they could get his Chicago records in Dallas was, like if he was open and honest and told them that he had already been diagnosed and gave them the doctors and stuff that he saw, and what do you transport or your records to that new place, and
So
just the
even
same
though they
thing with.
might have moved, and even though he's not willingly saying, "I have a mental issue, check that hospital," they can't just go into the computer and check to see if he has some.
I think HIPAA laws prohibit that. Wiley would
Oh,
Mhm,
still have to give clearance and
authorization.
authorization.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Unless
That's
the
true.
only way that, like, this is what I do. What I do, I try to use a universal system, and because the only way that that'll happen is if you use a universal system where like they have doctors and stuff in every state or whatever, and I try to stick with those doctors and those hospitals and different things, so my records will already be on file. But other than that, no, they have to actually he has to give authorization, and generally it takes about like 2 weeks, depending on the system or whatever, to a month for them to actually get those records in.
Yeah, and you got to chill. Said it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and people laughing at all this. I thought it was in May,
Actually, people
but
should have stopped laughing at Wiley 5 years ago.
Right.
Uh, yeah, I think, and that's, I hate to have to be the bearer of things. Sometimes it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Now we see a lot of people on here. Everybody, in my opinion, has some type of issue, whether it's very light, like bad nerves or something, anxiety, or something of that nature. Like, and everybody doesn't have to be medicated. Everybody doesn't have to go to a doctor, whatever.
it's
But
actually
like the
in May.
majority.
Mental Health Awareness Month is in May.
Oh, okay. But like on this particular app, there are a lot of clear signs that people have a lot of mental health issues. And some, I'm even asking now, in which they would do a case studies, does it help, like, does this app help create mental health issues? But like, we have to start being more aware of the signs and the symptoms of certain things, and then like, not reward bad behavior, or right, instead of like laughing and different things of that nature, or saluting, or thinking it's funny, just go ahead and tell these people, look, you need to take your medicine, you need to go to the doctor, it seems like you need some mental health,
Right.
mental health, so that it doesn't prolong just like this, because we've been seeing Wiley's behavior for over a month now, and a month now, and it's just like, this situation today could have turned out very bad, and we know it.
Right. That's so
Well,
true.
that was my thing when I saw it. Y'all, I ain't even gonna lie. Once I got situated, y'all, I had to decompress. That was very heavy. And I even had to try to figure out why it was so heavy to me. But it reminded me of something that happened out here a couple of years back, where it was a mentally the man was having a mental episode and he ran butt naked out here. And the police actually shot him. Said that they thought they saw a weapon on him. And it was a crazy trial that happened because the police were really adamant that they thought he had a weapon, even though he was butt naked, and they killed him out here. I think it was in Smyrna, Georgia. They killed them. But long story short, that's all I was thinking, was that the police was gonna roll up on Wiley, and it was gonna be a horrible situation. And I'm just like,
That's
my
what a lot
goodness.
of us thought, Jay Dunn. That's what a lot of us thought. I know the people on my panel, we was just talking about Cam and
I
Ashley.
heard about it. I heard about it through your panel. I was
Yeah,
in your
and then
clouds while I was working, and I heard you
Oh,
start
I
saying it.
did
And I'm
too.
like, what? Yeah,
right.
I was in
Yeah.
your clouds.
And we had to end the live because people started getting emotional, including me. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, a lot of people around the world is not watching this, but we are watching this because we're subscribed to this man and he's in the B sector. And what if he would have got taken down because he was live and we were all watching it? It wouldn't have been a replay or something we saw on the news. It would have
Right.
been live.
And you saw
Like,
that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, babe. No, that's
And
all.
I'm sorry. And you saw when the police pulled up on Wiley how compliant he was. He put down.
Mm-hmm.
He put down
Yep.
his phone. He said, "What's your name?" Mark. He's Wiley. He gave all the information. So obviously they didn't see him as a huge threat to pow him right then and there, because they saw that he was going through a mental stress. Because had that would have been any other officer that may, if he would have said rebuke you in the name of Jesus, that might would have been one of those incidents where
That's what I'm talking
it
about.
could have ended the wrong way, as you all know.
Yep. That's what I'm
That's the
talking
same
about.
reason. That's the same reason he got out of the mental health hospital. Remember, he went to jail, and then he was on good behavior in the jail. So they dropped the charges, and then of course you have to get released, a coroner release or something like that, from the hospital. So they took him back to the hospital, and they took him and observed his behavior, and went on the jail's behavior as well, and they released him based on his behavior. So it's like, when it's just like, Wiley knows when to get right. Yeah, like, he knows when to get right. But um like, I just can't believe that he went as far as he did, because TT threats, that is serious. And like, and I'm surprised that his bail or his bond is so low. But I mean, and it
That's
may
what
be
some people
because they
said.
already know.
Eli, some people said
Yeah,
they surprised he got one at all.
right. Exactly, because he's a threat. That's a threat. But hopefully I don't know, hopefully they get him to the mental health hospital, and they, because the judge can actually, like, okay, The judge, I wish his family would participate more, his or somebody would participate more in his treatment, because
They not
they can make it mandatory for him to, instead of going to jail, where it's mandatory that he has to take his medicine, he has to, go through treatments. I mean, he has to, like, he's supervised he's supervised and different things of that nature. They'll give him like 30 days or something in the hospital, and then they'll like supervise him for a little while, just to make sure that he's okay. And I hope that they do that. I hope that instead of,
too high.
like
I think that's wishful thinking on your behalf. At the
no,
end of
no,
the
they
day,
actually
this
do that.
no, I
They
No,
know
do
that they
that. They
actually
have
do
mental
that.
health court as
He was
well.
just putting his family in danger.
right.
He was
I
saying their
think
names and they address for the police to go to their house. I don't think
Oh, I'm not
anybody up
talking
there, his
about the.
family, is
well, what
going
I'm not
is
just
going to
talking.
help him.
J is trying to say is that she thinks he's probably burned a lot of bridges with his family because he don't get
Correct.
along with a lot of them.
He
And
has.
they probably don't even give a damn. Like he literally just
Correct.
sent the police to his uncle's
Well,
house
it's
saying
his
he aligned
roommate,
with his
his
grandma.
roommate, his roommate,
Wiley is
like even his
grown.
roommate.
Wiley is grown. He is grown. Ain't nobody about to babysit a 34-year-old man, and nobody should be inconvenienced within their lives and their own situations in order to be asked to do that. Wiley is going to
No,
have
no,
to do
no.
what Wiley needs to do for Wiley.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Like, I like his roommate. Because, like, the problem is Wiley, I'm sure that Wiley's not going there telling him everything and telling these people everything that they need to know. I'm sure that, because he needs to be like, he needs to go through mental health court. They do have mental health court. He needs, by that means they will make it mandatory for him to either take his treatment, go have regular doctor visits, even at regular supervision and things of that nature, and like in or go to jail. And most people would rather like go through all of those other steps than to go to jail. They even had it like where they give people their shots once a month. Like, instead of relying on them to take their medicine, they have it where they meet somewhere and they give their shots once a month. And so I wish you would go through mental health court, and anybody, like, I'm not saying that they have to give anybody information, but somebody needs to give uh, the judge, somebody needs to give the judge information, as well as like whatever hospital that he
Let's see
goes
what
to.
Jay Dunn is trying to say, and the other people in the chat is he done burnt some bridges with his family.
He
He don't
has.
have really family that I think he can depend on. That's why he was homeless in Dallas and had to go move in with a subscriber. I
Yeah,
mean,
not only
Wiley has
that,
not just started acting mental. It's been years that this shit has been going on.
He
And
even
I don't
gets
know if
into
his
it with
I
family would
agree
mothers.
with that.
stand in the gap. I don't think they would.
And you got to remember,
Well,
his family stood in the gap for over 30 years. They done dealt with
I
him
know what
before.
y'all saying.
Yeah, and not only that, the roommate, did a solid by letting him move in there. But if you're gonna be acting up doing this type of stuff to where the police could come to my house where I lay my head looking for you because you done did something like this, I don't want no parts with it. So that's why I'm telling you that's
hmm
wishful thinking what you're saying. Because just as much as Wally put himself in danger today, if he could have got away and got back to the house, you know dang on well that the cops was going to show up at that house and ain't no telling what could have happened to Wiley or the roommate.
And he already said that he scared the roommate the first time when he went in.
hmm
He had to apologize to the roommate for making those things. Now, I don't know what kind of behavior system the Vegas system has to let him out early, because he even said that he got shot with the booty juice multiple times. So I don't know what kind of
hmm
behavior system they going off of. He behaving good for 2 hours or 3 hours, but he should have not been let out then. He should
I
have been
agree. I agree with you.
for longer.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I
And
agree,
Corio is
and I
putting up
wish that.
the hotline number. Corio is dropping the hotline number. I'll highlight it if you
Yeah,
see. But the National Mental Health Hotline, we are putting it in the chat just in case anybody needs it.
they need to speak with a. It doesn't have to be a family member though. It could be an old case manager or something like that for his because most people get mental health case managers and things of that nature.
The only person Wiley has is Jesus, and that's it.
Lord.
Jesus, because he burned all his bridges with his family, his friends, his own subscribers, his own moderators. Who can you trust? Who can help him?
Nobody can. And that's why I just want QI to understand that this is Wiley's fight. Cannot nobody could save Wiley from this.
No, of course only Wiley can save himself, but I'm just saying make sure that he gets in the right place to get himself some help before he ends up be real detrimental. Because
He
if they let him
definitely
out
has to save
again,
himself.
yeah, if they let him out again, the next time it may not be so pretty. And we know he'll get right out, get right back on the if we see him right back on that internet, if he so calls gets this 25 what you call it, 25 $100, then and we see him right back on the internet, then
And
like
laughing
just
about
know
it.
that.
And laughing about it. Because that's what happened when he went last time. I was running down the butt naked and I was doing this and I was doing that. And I was like it's like
He
Right.
used it as a money grab. He was
show
using it as
sometimes.
and
A money
whoever
grab.
is. And then those people who are in his chat, because just like when I watched it one time, I'm seeing people super chat him 33 and $44, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying. I'm like, you're rewarding bad behavior. He's gonna keep doing it if you keep doing that.
And that's what somebody said. They said they need to take the social media from him because it's enabling him. Because
YouTube is
like
the
I was
key.
saying,
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying this for a minute. Y'all know I was that I thought that Wiley was just doing this to trend or his numbers down, his money down. He got blacked out from the other sector and ran back to the B sector where he know a lot of people over here can make it rain, right? But people's like, no, he's really no, he's just, and I'm like, I don't know, y'all. I think it's just running plays and whoop whoop whoop. But I still think that partially he's doing this for the attention, but
Mm-hmm.
like moreover, he needs to be admitted somewhere for a long time. For a long time.
That's a mental, like people who do anything for attention. That's symptoms of several different disorders as well. So yes.
Yep, I absolutely agree. And I'm going to bring this to a close, you guys, because I think we about said as much as we, need to say when it comes to this matter. A lot of people don't fuck with Wiley. A lot of people don't give a damn that he's in the situation he's in. For those people, I understand. I understand. Y'all know how I say about opinions. Don't let nobody try to make you change your opinions if you're standing on your shit 10 toes down. But for the people who do care about Wiley, lift up some prayers for him. He goes to court in the morning. Pray that he gets the help that he needs. Like if you're going to
Mm-hmm.
pray, if you're going to have a soft heart for this situation, pray that he gets the help that he needs. And I'm going to give you
Mm-hmm.
all, if you want a last chance to say something to the viewers or something to Wiley, or just just say something on this topic. I'm gonna have Zaydan go first. I'm just going in the order because I'm gonna leave Choreo up here with me. But I'm gonna have Zaydan go first. Excuse me, then Jada, and then QI. So go ahead, Zaydan.
I just want to say, we are praying for him as another black man. I don't never want to see us black people putting each other down and not be able to not provide resources for him. I think that Wiley needs to move out of Vegas. That's not a good place for him to be. That's Sin City. That's a fast life, and he can't mentally engage that life right now. I also think he needs to take some time off of YouTube completely and just focus on his mental health, because he can't work for nobody and help nobody if he ain't helping himself first.
I believe that's absolutely right. Yep, I agree. Jada.
Well, so just for me, I think the saddest part of this situation is Wiley truly believes that Trump getting in office is gonna fix all of this, and that right there was a whole nother can of worms. That's the reason why he been going up for Trump the way that he has been up on his channel. He believes that this election will change his life, and we all know that that's far from the truth. So yeah, it's just crazy. But
Yeah,
thank you for
very
having me up, Hood Table.
Thank you, baby. Thank you for joining
Okay.
us. All right. QI.
Yeah, I am one that don't necessarily care for Wiley because Wiley basically stalked and harassed me, for like what the last 4 or 5 years. But it's not that. I do recognize when people have mental health issues and different things of that nature, and some things are not completely in their control. Some things are, and with Wiley is definitely hard to tell because he does do a lot of things for clicks and views, and we all know that, right? But I do sincerely hope that he could get in, like I said, get in a position where he could get him some severe mental health treatment that he needs, and come out and actually come out better and become a more happier and more functioning being. And as and I'd like to thank you for allowing me up, Hood Table. Mental health is like a thing that I advocate for. I'm very passionate about it. Thank you for allowing me up to, say those couple of words. And it's been a pleasure being on the panel with everyone. I'm going to drop.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad you hit the link today. It's nice to hear people, especially people who have gone through mental illness or work with mental illness or advocate for mental illness, to be able to hit the link. Now, I know a lot of people was, hoping that somebody else, the Niedermeyer, might be able to hit the link. But Niedermeyer said, I'm tired, y'all. Otherwise, they would have hit the link. But yes, thank you guys for supporting the panel today and the channel and the likes and the shares and the clicks and the views, you guys. This is a serious situation that we're discussing. To some, it's a funny matter. To some, it's a serious matter. But no matter how you see it, mental illness is real. It is real. And Corio, baby, as always, thank you for joining me today on my panel today. I appreciate you, boo. I love you. Do you have any last minute words you want to say, babe?
I just wish the best for Wiley, and I hope that this time, I don't care if he pulls a fire alarm, I don't care what he does. I hope that they this time see that as something serious, and they don't just push him back out onto the street. I love you. Thank you for having me, and I'll see you on the YouTube streets.
And thank you also. I love you too. And thank you for posting the National Mental Health Hotline. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Bye-bye.
All right, baby. Talk to you later. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys. So on that note, anybody who just came into the live, feel free to rewind. We're just discussing Wiley and his situation and how he went to jail live on YouTube today for making BOMB threats at a Walmart in Las Vegas. And he is in jail with a $25,000 bond, and he has to be in front of the judge tomorrow at 9 a.m. Those of you who care about him, send up some prayers for him, because Wiley does need help, even though he has mentioned several times that he does not need help, and he has self-medicated himself, or self-diagnosed, I should say, self-diagnosed himself. We all know that Wiley needs help, and he needs his medication. And I hope, again, like most of y'all, I hope they just don't let him out to, when he needs the help. He needs help. He needs help. But yeah, so anyway, you guys, like and share the video. If you're just getting here, again, red ball if you like. If you didn't hit the like on the way in or the share, please go ahead and do that, please, and thank you very much. Also, if you want to donate to the platform for the commentary, $ the hood table 402. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out.